Good morning, everyone. Today is November 8th, 2020, and I would like to introduce you the chanting called Mujoge from Ojo Raisan. This is a solo part of the chanting leader, and this is written by Chantal. So please join me in Gassho. Please put your palms together. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda. Shōshū to jōsen Shoya Mujoge Bon no Jimmu Tai Shoji Kai Muhen Doku Sen Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu. So, as I said yesterday when I chanted Jusan, there's a few professionals of chanting in Buddhist churches of America. I just like chanting, but I'm not the professional. In Japanese, there is a saying, "Heta no yokozuki." That means like not good at it, but like it. So I hope you will enjoy, or you will have an opportunity to listen to the professional chant Mujoge. But today I just wanted to introduce you the Mujoge. And since Chantal's writing is not officially translated by Hongwanji yet, I translated a little bit freely, kind of not really thinking about what the best wording for this Mujoge, but this is free translation by myself. Blind passions are deep and never find the bottom. The ocean of birth and death is boundless. I have not established the ship to cross this ocean of suffering. How can I enjoy the sleep? Dauntlessly make efforts and always put our mind on calmness. So this is what Mujoge is about. And Mujoge is in one of the writings by Chantal titled Ojo Raisan. And Ojo Raisan is one of the most beautiful chantings of Hongwanji tradition, or actually Jodoshu or other school chant Ojo Raisan too. But before Rengyo Shongin said Shoshinge as a daily chanting, I heard Ojo Raisan was the chanting of Jodo Shinshu. So, we have long history of chanting Ojo Raisan, and today I just wanted to introduce you Mujoge, chanting of Mujoge. Anyway, let's get into reading of Wasan. So please put your palms together. 弥陀の回向成就して、応相幻相ふたつなり、これらの回向によりてこそ、心行ともにえしむなれと。Amida has fulfilled the directing of virtue, which has two aspects, that for our going forth and that for our return. Through these aspects of the Buddha's directing of virtue, we are brought to realize both mind and practice. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda. So, the core of Shinran Shongin third is the power of Amida Buddha, and that is Amida's directing of virtue for our going forth and our return. And Shinran Shongin stated at the beginning of chapter on teaching of Kyogyo Shinsho, reverently contemplating the true essence of the Pure Land Way, I see that Amida's directing of virtue to sentient beings has two aspects. The aspect for our going forth to the Pure Land, and the aspect for our return to this world. In the aspect for going forth, there is a true teaching, practice, shinjin, and realization. So in the true teaching of the Raja Sutra, we are taught that the virtue of practice and shinjin is directed to us from Amida Buddha. And because of the working of the name Namo Amida Butsu, we all attain birth into the Pure Land. So this is the aspect for our going forth. And Shinran Shongin quotes a lot of sutras and commentaries to prove this other power of Amida Buddha is true and real. Then he discussed the aspect for our return to this world just by quoting a passage from Vasubandhu's treatise and huge volume of Tan-luan's commentary. In the middle of the chapter on realization of Kyogyo Shinsho, Shinran Shongin said, second is Amida's directing of virtue for our return to this world. This is a benefit we receive, the state of benefiting and guiding others. It arises from the vow of necessary attainment of the rank of succession to Buddhahood, also known as the vow of succession to Buddhahood after one lifetime. It may further be called the vow of directing virtue for our return to this world. Since this vow appears in the commentary on the treatise, I will not quote it here. See the passages from the commentary that follow. So this is a really unique section. Shinran Shongin always quoted the Raja Sutra and the other translation of Raja Skavati Vyuha Sutra when he is talking about or when he is quoting the vows. But this one, he just indicated us to see the commentary of Tan-luan. The vow of succession to Buddhahood after one lifetime is a 22nd vow of Bodhisattva Dharmakara. And this is one of the most difficult vows to read, but let me share the vow quoted in Tan-luan's commentary. When I attain Buddhahood, the bodhisattvas of other Buddha lands who come to be born in my land will ultimately and unfailingly attain the stage of succession to Buddhahood after one lifetime. Excepted are those who, in accordance with their original vows to guide others freely to enlightenment, don the armor of universal vows for the sake of sentient beings, accumulate roots of virtue, emancipate all beings, travel to Buddha lands to perform bodhisattva practices, make offerings to all the Buddha Tathagatas throughout the 10 quarters, awaken sentient beings countless as the sands of the Ganges, and bring them to abide firmly in supreme true enlightenment. Such bodhisattvas surpass those in the ordinary bodhisattva stages in carrying out practices. In reality, they cultivate the virtue of Samantabhadra. Should it be so, may I not attain the perfect enlightenment. So this is the 22nd vow quoted in the Tan-luan's commentary. I still don't know why Shinran Shongin did not directly quote the vows from the sutras. But maybe since he was going to quote the chunk of the commentary, which includes this vow, he just avoided the repetition. But as I said earlier, this vow is a little difficult one to read. And it is difficult one for me to explain it simply too. So I would like to rely on the supplement aids to Shinran's thought on the Pure Land Writings, Volume 2, page 206, page 207. And this is long quote, but I hope this helps to understand. In this vow, those born in the Pure Land do not rise through the various bodhisattva ranks one by one. Instead, they instantly transcend those stages and are able to do all of the bodhisattva practices at once. They also enter the stage of succession to Buddhahood after one lifetime, but postpone this in order to engage in the practice of Samantabhadra, helping those afflicted in the world of suffering. The stage of succession to Buddhahood after one lifetime in the vow originally meant that the practicer was born in the Pure Land first, and then there spends one lifetime engaging in bodhisattva practice before becoming a Buddha. The exception are those who willingly postpone the interim of one lifetime and subsequently their enlightenment for the sake of saving other sentient beings. However, Shinran's interpretation of this vow is different. According to him, all beings born in the Pure Land immediately realize supreme enlightenment and then instantly return to this world of birth and death to teach and guide other sentient beings. As recipients of that guidance, sentient beings remaining in the world of suffering are thus awakened to the entrusting mind, whereby they themselves attain Buddhahood at the end of their lives, and then repeat the process of saving other sentient beings. Thus, succession to Buddhahood after one lifetime refers to the sentient beings who, after receiving the entrusting mind during this very life, will attain Buddhahood upon the end of their lives. For Shinran, then, the 22nd vow in its entirety is the foundational basis for Amida's directing virtue for our return to this world. You know, the 22nd vow is difficult to read, and I still have difficult time understanding the meaning of it. But I just received the guidance of Shinran Shongin, and through Shinran Shongin's understanding, I should just accept this vow as a basis for Amida's directing virtue for our return. But anyway, we perfect the self-benefit and others' benefit through other power of Amida's directing of virtue. And it is not through our own efforts or self-power. And I should talk about the activity of Samantabhadra, but there is another Wasan talks about the activity of Samantabhadra. So I will conclude today's explanation here. And this was really complicated or difficult Wasan, but I hope it helped. So thank you for attending, and let's close with Gassho and Nembutsu. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu. So this will conclude today's morning service. And I hope you will have a great day today. And I hope to see you from 10 a.m. service too. But if not, I will see you tomorrow morning. So thank you for joining.